All righty, one and all. We're here at the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I'm your host, John, and if you could hit that like and subscribe button, even if you don't like us, hit it, please. We're needy. We need that reaffirmation of self-worth. How you doing today, Scott?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I kind of lost my voice after all that screaming and yelling after some good hockey games. Oh my
Yes,
God. And
yes.
OT going to overtime. What's up with the home teams? That home ice is not working as well this round. What's going on? Two
It
losses.
it is something else. I didn't do any research on hockey, but I saw that in the last 15 games in the NBA, the road team has won 9 out of 15 games on the road. So I don't really know if it transfers to hockey. Maybe I'll do a
Yeah,
little
it
research on
is.
that.
Yeah, it's
But
similar. It's similar.
it's not like it used to be where you're like 80% guaranteed win if you had game 7 at home. Boy, oh boy,
Right.
things have changed.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to the Kings, huh? I think I see him going through the freeway right now.
They're golfing with the Bruins. Yeah, exactly. Got to make that tea time. Got to make that tea time. All right, let's talk about your Edmonton Oilers. You said before the
Ah,
playoffs you picked them to go to the finals.
yep.
Obviously, you're looking real good. I picked Colorado. Obviously, they're on the golf tour too.
Yep.
Uh, that was the fifth consecutive game that the Edmonton Oilers had come from behind. And man, they looked magnificent last night. What did you think, Scott?
I mean, I thought the Knights had something, right? But I mean, is what everybody's looking at in the NHL going against Edmonton is like score in the first period and then just wait and see if we
Yeah,
can win? Because one shot on goal in the second period, I don't care how good Hill is. It's eventually going to get behind him, and that beautiful goal that Draisaitl made to bounce it off of him from the back of the boards, like it. Oh my God, it's I don't understand the let's get the leather belt out and bite on it and hopefully we win. Like keep the gas pedal going on, But
it
I
worked
mean,
in the Green Mile. Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry,
Green
sorry,
Mile,
sorry.
sorry. Another podcast, okay? Jay 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 does movies too, okay?
Yeah, right?
And they're
That's the
really
movie with
good.
Shaq. Oh
Yeah.
no, Michael
Oh,
Duncan Clark. Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So yeah, I don't get the bend don't break method. It doesn't work with them. Like you got to try to keep the gas pedal. Eichel was the second round pick behind McDavid. Eichel has won the cup. McDavid has not. Like you got talent. Why are you doing this? I don't get it. But hey, that's my ticket, so I don't want to beat down on it too much and give Knights too much information. If they were to like and subscribe or on our podcast, maybe they
They
get
would
some.
see the secret. There's
Yeah,
the secret sauce.
yeah, maybe they got to get off the rails on the sports podcast with us. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You got any other takeaways from the game?
No, it's just. I mean, you trying to control the beast is insane. I don't get why other teams are doing it. Like it's a speedy game. There's not that much checking going on like we're seeing in some other leagues.
Sure.
Florida, their mind is like, hey, we can't keep up with Maple Leafs, so we're going to beat them up until Game 7 and win Game 7. That's their theory.
I
Hey,
guess so. I
here's
guess
Jay's
so.
moment. Jay's moment. Concussion protocol. What's going
Oh,
on?
oh God.
Come on. Let's get on that
You know what?
soapbox.
The NHL is even more terrible than the NFL. I don't even know what do they have an actual concussion protocol because during the game
Yeah.
because you see these guys get lit up. I mean, lit up. They literally are hunched over. They skate to the bench, and then 3 minutes later, nothing to worry about here.
Hey,
We got some
hey,
smelling salts. We got whatever. We're out there
hey,
skating.
hey, hey. If
Yeah.
you throw up over the bench, you got concussion. Okay.
Well, I want to say, and it was the gentleman who hit the game winner in overtime with Dallas against Colorado. They lit him up. His face was bloody. There was blood on the ice. They rolled him
Man,
over there. They cleaned up the blood, and then they sent him back out. And
heck
I'm
yeah.
thinking, and I think it was Miller. He hit the winner in overtime that game. And I'm thinking to
Yeah.
myself, does anybody even think about asking him if he's cognitively aware of what is going on?
Yeah,
You
but
know, I mean,
yeah, I
whatever.
was I was talking about the Maple Leafs with the goaltender that got knocked out.
I understand. I
I
understand,
know
but
I know you. I mean,
I'm
you like
going on the
going.
rant.
Yeah,
I'm going off the rails. Okay, Scott. Okay. God, yes, I love it. I
yeah.
love it. You know, I am hurt. I am hurt. I don't know if I can do the podcast with you anymore
Ah,
because there was a beautiful moment in the Edmonton Vegas game. And honestly, I don't
hey,
even know if we could be friends anymore.
hey, I gotta say some
Two
stuff.
beautiful cross ice passes, and Corey Perry put it in the net. Corey Perry is the guy who gets you to the finals.
The
He
worm,
doesn't win them, but he gets you there.
the worm, the worm. You know that guy is greasy and slick. Hey, dude, he couldn't put the puck any more flatter on the ice and tell McDavid, put it right here, buddy. And
Right.
the Knights were like this with blindfolds, like nothing to see here. He's literally standing on the backside of the goalie with his puck going right here, bud, right here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he might as well have like a 10-foot block wall around him and would have deflected in the net. Beautiful goal, great mindset. The worm knows how to get it done. He knows how to get in your mind. He knows what his job is. You know,
Every team ought to sign him because you get to the finals with that guy. You
yeah.
do. You
I
do.
mean, his hockey mind is great, but he does too many stupid. He's the worm, so he does get a lot of stupid penalties, and he got called up on that line, so he's doing great. He knows what his job is. Like that. He's the worm.
Right. So, okay, let's go back over to the Canes versus the Capitals real
Yeah.
quick.
Hey, hey,
Go
hey.
Canes. That was a dominant game by the Canes.
It
They
was.
outshot them 33-14. Jacob Slavin hit the overtime winner. Um,
Yes.
I I think we talked about this before this pre or before the Stanley Cup started that we kind of both thought there was a little hot air in the Capitals balloon that maybe on the backside they didn't have a lot going on. I got to tell you, I was totally. I know it's just one game. I
Yeah.
know it, but I
Yeah.
was impressed with the defensive pressure and the offensive output by the Hurricanes. What do you think?
I mean, I've been a fan of the Kings for the last 4 or 5 years, and they've hurt my wallet a few times. Like,
Yeah,
but I do see them making it to the East. The Caps, I think they're just gonna get winded out. I think them chasing Ovechkin to get that record was huge on their mind. Now those don't really
sure,
count. So I don't see it, but they're so aggressive though. At any given moment, like they can just really 1-2 you to death.
absolutely,
And next thing
absolutely.
they got like a thousand pitch hit count on you, and they made goals. I mean, they can do it, but I mean, the Canes are more sounded, and I think they're going to take this. I think it's going to go six, though.
Six.
Yeah, I think it goes
Yeah, that
six.
put they'll finish it off in Raleigh.
I
Go
mean,
Canes,
yeah,
go
yeah,
Canes,
go
right?
Canes. Let's go Canes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think on the other side there? We got Dallas lining up.
Oh.
Um, what do you think about that series?
Dallas has a lot of talent coming back, guys. A lot of talent. They're going to be hitting that ice really fast. I like Dallas. They're looking really good, but yeah. I mean, it's the playoffs right now. It's trying to get. I put a couple bets down in the first rounds here. I mean,
Of course you
our
did.
second round, and
Big
I
money
missed.
Scott. Big money
Yeah,
Scott. Yes.
losing tickets. Let me tell you.
I
But
got I got a wallpaper full of it. Yeah.
right,
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Oh, I
But
was this close.
yeah, I think they got a defenseman coming back this game. I could be
Okay.
wrong though.
Okay.
Yeah, and then one of their top stars for making goals is coming back too. So
All right.
yeah, I've
All
been.
right. Let's just dig a little deeper into the wound that is my sports betting past.
Ah,
Sovereignty is going to skip the Preakness. Yeah, we don't really know what's going on there. We haven't really seen the full field. Just jab, just jab. I had journalism to win the Derby. Thank you.
hmm.
What's a horse link? Don't worry about that.
Hey,
Uh,
hey. Hey,
hey, don't
slop,
hate.
the slop is what changed it. I really think it
It
ran.
did.
They
I
could have
know.
overheated that horse and just been
Oh, they
like,
could
hey,
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like driving my car to Vegas, it's overheated. Yeah,
Hey, don't forget the
exactly.
toggle switch. The toggle switch. Okay. God.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
story in itself,
Yeah.
right? The toggle,
Yeah. The
the
mechanic.
toggle.
God. I
All
thought
right.
Star Wars had toggle switches until I saw Jay's car.
I will say that anybody who was cool enough to watch the podcast we had on Monday, Scott, and I didn't know it at the time. That's my Star Wars ignorance. That he had a Wampa shirt on, and that is the
Yeah.
snow creature that almost killed Luke Skywalker in the cave. You know, he had him hanging upside down, and then he came through. You know,
Yep. Yeah, I got still got to represent the Star Wars here.
yeah.
It's all
Oh, there
about
you
May.
go.
Yeah, it's all about May. Got to represent.
There you go. Right. Kumbaya. All right. You got
Yeah.
any other thoughts on the in the world of sports?
No, but the Conclave 264 coming up, right? Is it?
266. Yes, that's
See,
close enough. Close
hey,
enough.
Jay don't need no PC to correct me. Okay, let's get that straight.
Yeah. Yeah, we will see. They are ensconced. They are sequestered inside the Sistine Chapel, voting for him.
Uh-huh. Hey,
We'll see what happens.
so what's the over under? Is it 3 days? Did we get a new pope or 2 days? I mean, would you take the over on three
I would
days?
take the over. I would take the over. So that
Oh,
means it'll probably be 20 minutes, right? I mean,
well,
the way
there's a
I'm betting.
yeah, there's a countdown on Hulu, and I think they already passed 3 or 4 hours. So you lost that.
Okay. All right. Well, they need to have their tea breaks and all that. I absolutely recommend everybody watch that movie, The Conclave.
Uh,
Man, talk about a moment in time for a movie to come out, right?
yep, yep. I like
Yeah.
Florida tonight. Florida's playing tonight against Maple Leafs, right? I'm not
Yes, they
sure.
are. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Who do you like in that series?
I like Florida. I don't think the Maple Leafs are going to hold on to that beaten batter
Yeah,
mentality. You know,
totally agree.
you got too many goons, you got too many rat heads on that team that's just going to beat them down. You know,
Yeah.
Niedermeyer can't come out and score the first 9 seconds in every game. Like that guy had a hot
Maybe.
game.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they're going to sit him
Scott,
down. Hey,
don't
hey,
be don't be hating. Don't be
last
hating.
year he got like a little nick on his finger and had to miss a couple
Oh,
games. You know, poor guy.
now we're questioning the manlyhood of hockey players. Okay. I'm over here saying they ought to go into concussion protocol, and Scott's going the other way. Oh, he
Yeah,
took some time
yeah.
off for a cuticle.
Jay would be the guy that would see a pillow fight with two hot girls and saying, "Hey, wait, there's certain weight limits on the pillows." Okay,
Oh, God bless you.
what is
God
going
bless.
on in the world of NBA? I don't really watch that. Tell me.
The NBA is actually spectacular. We had yesterday Indiana once again, like Lazarus, they came back from the dead. They were down. They were down 7 points with 50 seconds left, and in the last, I'm going to round it off. Last 1,600 NBA playoff games in that exact scenario, you had a 7 point or greater deficit with 50 seconds left. Only three teams have ever pulled that comeback off,
Wow,
ever.
wow.
And how everybody had Cleveland. Cleveland was minus 800 going into the series, and hey, we blinked twice, and they hit two 3 pointers at the end, and now Indiana's up, 2-0. We'll see
All
what
right.
happens,
Yep. All
and
right.
the NBA playoffs are actually kind of mirroring the NHL because we are seeing upsets. Denver went into OKC, got a victory. And the Celtics lost at home. I mean, it's been a really nice from the usual chalk, chalk, chalk.
All right. That explains why no Celtics shirt today.
There's no Celtics shirt, Scott.
Hey, I'm just saying when they
When we get a
lose.
3-1 lead,
Hey,
okay,
hey,
then I'll break it
hey.
out, okay?
The Big A won last night, didn't they? Did the Angels win?
Yes, they did. They did.
Ah,
Eight to
took out,
five. 8-5.
woo, taking out Detroit. Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Rock
Yeah.
City. Hey.
Exactly. So you know what? Let's dive back into the NHL real quick.
Yeah,
You
for
and I were
sure.
having a conversation off camera, and why do you think we don't see NHL players become free agents? We have in baseball, we had Juan Soto this year. We've had LeBron James in football every so often. It's less more than basketball for sure and baseball, but in hockey, you never see a really great player leave his team. Why is
No,
that?
no, I have no idea. The RFA is just kind of crazy, the restricted free agents. They have
Hmm.
so many like laws and regulations. Like it's like no trade clause, and they got like all but two teams, and it's insanity. I don't get it. Like I follow a few other people, listening to podcasts and ex players, and they're like, it's kind of feeling weird when you put your name out there and your agent's not telling you if there's any teams looking at you, and then
Right.
you take your 3 years, $5 million, or your 4 years, eight
Sure.
million dollars, and you run. It's like, they don't know if the phone's ringing or not. Yeah, you're not all
Right.
Deion Sanders that gets to go, hey,
Sure.
the Niners are going to win the what do they call that? The big game. Um,
Super Bowl. Yeah.
hey, we don't
Oh,
got that
sorry.
kind of money to say that word. Okay,
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Exactly. It's the big
okay.
game. You're right.
Thank you. Okay, pump the brakes, Jay. Pump the brakes. We'll get that in editing. Okay, the big game.
Yes. Okay.
You
The
know,
big game. Big
and
game.
then he goes to the 49ers win, then he went back to Dallas and won, correct? Like, I mean,
Correct.
um, and I just it's just interesting to see, like, every time I talk to my son and he's really on this, and he's like, yeah, he has a no trade clause for this, a no trade clause for that. He has to lift this,
Yeah.
he has to lift that. So it's really hard to get movement for the upper echelons of like a Crosby to move,
Sure. Sure.
you know,
But
and
go
and
ahead.
he has a cup still in him. He's
Yeah.
going to go play for the Canadians right now. Him and McKinnon, I think, are going to play for the Canadians in
Hmm.
some,
I hadn't
you know.
seen that.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
It's okay. Your
maybe
apologies
maybe
accepted.
there's this new podcast you should really like and subscribe to. What are they called again?
I think it's
Off the
off the
Rails
rails. Yes. I
Sports
like it.
Podcast. Yes.
Yes. I think the biggest problem is for the NHL, and I don't know how you rectify it, is there's a max contract,
Yep.
right? There isn't theoretically in baseball or football or basketball, right? I mean, so if you're, I think the contract is 8 years, 66 million, whatever it is. I'm
Right.
not going to fill in so if I'm McDavid and I'm playing for Edmonton, I know I'm not going to get any more money, right?
Yeah.
It's just I want to live somewhere else,
Right.
and maybe that's why we don't see a lot of confluence or fluidity in the free agent market. I don't know.
Could be. I mean, they've been trying to get that. I don't know. They got some taxing rules in baseball and basketball
Yeah,
that
I understand. I
they
understand, but
they've been
seven
they
hundred million dollar contracts too, right?
yeah. I mean, but then you get more people. But then like, can you imagine if they opened up that money, how much the Maple Leafs would be dropping in to get players,
Oh, there's no doubt.
or Vegas? You know what I mean?
Absolutely, sure.
Big TV crowds that are gonna be getting, like,
Yeah.
they've done a really good job of trying to keep it controlled, but it is
Well, I
kind of,
mean, to me, they accomplish one thing, but they hurt themselves on the other. They accomplish financial sanity or whatever you want to call it, right? They know the numbers. This is our cap. This is the most we can play. But on the other side, the off season is boring as hell. I
yeah,
mean, look, nothing's going to happen. I mean, they're having the NHL draft in LA. I was like, yeah, okay, great. I literally don't know who these people are. It's not
right,
like college football that's built such a really wonderful ecosystem that 30 or 40 players. So the
right,
NFL draft benefits from it. In
right,
hockey, I mean, okay, the Frozen Four. Okay, great. That's
yeah.
nice. And I see him, and then literally it's like Chinese food. 10 minutes later, I forget about it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know where Leo Carlson came from. He came from across seas. Like, I mean,
Okay.
he wasn't with no Boston Mass team. He wasn't with no, whatever top four teams you want to put
Sure.
in. Michigan. Where I'm looking at. Canada. There a lot of their young players are right to their pro league. They don't play college. That's
Yeah.
why this NIL number, they're saying that it's going to be taking out some of the professional WHL teams that these Canadians play with, because they can make equal amount of money going to
Sure.
play for a Michigan or Ohio State, or you know
Right.
a
Y-
Boston,
Yeah. You really don't hear about NIL outside of basketball and football in the
it's
college
coming,
level.
it's
Yeah.
coming,
I'm not arguing. It
it's
probably is.
coming, it's bleeding over there, it's coming.
And especially when you have universities that are only have one real sport. Like the University of Denver is incredibly competitive in collegiate hockey. Well, if they
Yeah,
got NIL, they're not putting it into basketball or football. we're going to just, you know, even if it's $300,000, 400,000, that's probably more than you're going to get at, you know, wherever, Rutgers,
Yeah,
whoever's
yeah,
playing there.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it's
All right. You got anything to before we sign off here, my friend?
got to make time to go see the Thunderbolts.
I am going to tell you something. Marvel has been on a losing streak like me in a casino for a week, right? I saw Thunderbolts yesterday. It really brought back my faith in the Marvel universe. It was funny, it was witty. David Harbour as Red Guardian is just amazing. I mean, he is just amazing. Florence Pugh. I mean,
Ah,
they really put it together. It is truly what like Borderlands wanted to be. A ragtag group that does good for the world. They're not the Avengers. They're the Avengers light, right? They're the ones that they got sent in for warranty work, and here's what you got back,
right.
right? I mean,
Okay.
it's a great 2 hours. I'd highly recommend.
All right.
All right.
I'm trying to make time for that. Yeah.
I know you got a lot going on there, kid.
Yeah.
Making all
Well,
that big money at the casino,
yeah.
you don't have time to go to the theater, kid.
Hey, I got to get off the rails sometimes, right?
All right, everybody. That's it for Off the Rails. Like and subscribe, leave some comments, and we will see you soon on Off the Rails.
All right. Do.